Hey guys, Coach Dave here. We're going to be talking about bracing in our lower core. Bracing when we're talking in the terms of bracing, we're talking about this in our hinging position. So deadlifts, in snatching, in cleans, anything that's going to cause us to go forward. What I'm starting to see is we're having a low back pain in those areas, those pinches that shoot down the low back and that SI point joints that are hindering our athletes from basically going up in weight, or every time we get into those moves, they're just reaching back there and they're like, it just blows my back up every time. So what I've been seeing is just a lack of being able to kind of, if you were to take Pilates, Sherry talks about this a lot. She says, pin your powerhouse, right? So squeeze your powerhouse into your spine. And what that basically means is you're taking your belly button from being in this arched position, because a lot of us tend to stand in this position. As you can see, I'm broken in this hip, and I've talked a lot about this in my videos, where we're kind of like this tilted hip syndrome that creates this pinch back here. Well, if I haven't already fixed that position, then I'm going to get into that hang position, and then I have this rounded belly. What we're looking for in that hang position, even though it looks like I have a nice flat back in this position, I'm actually broken in my core, and this is exposed to injury. So now I go to lift, and when I stand up, I've created this overarched in that pinch area in my lower back, and that's why I have hang, okay? So what we're looking for is a nice flat back. Now, how do we get to that? Right? If I'm here and my belly's already here, we need to correct that. So what do? We want to think about kind of pinching that belly button in, and you guys can see that automatic correction. So here I am when I'm putting all the pressure in my lower back. My core is turned off. Now my legs are tight. I can feel it in my glutes and hamstrings, but my core is completely hollow. There's nothing there. Now watch my back. When I go and pin my belly button into my spine, you can see that adjust. So a quick way that you guys can do this to determine if you are doing this correctly is take a PVC or a broomstick. We're going to put this along our back. Now when I'm just standing here, we're going to put this at the top of your tailbone, and you can see that this PVC is up against my back, okay? Now, if I'm broken at the hip, now I've got a little gap here, I can fit my hand through this lower back part, okay? And that's where I can lose all that power. But if I squeeze that down before I even set and grab that bar, now my back is flat, and now I'm gonna hinge into that hang position, and you can see this PVC is still flat on my back. Let's do this where I'm broken, okay? My hand can go through this lower back, even though I'm straight up and down. Now, when I hinge forward, I cannot get that lower back on the PVC. So that's a quick telltale sign. So a good practice for us is to pin our back into the PVC, being able to hinge, and that PVC stays in contact with my back the whole time. Something we can practice in warm-ups when we're doing good mornings, making sure the lower abdominals, pinning that belly button into our spine, is engaged. That way we can take load. That way we can take the load off our low back. We avoid injuries, we avoid those pinches. So this is just a little technique that you guys can do to make sure you're bracing properly in those hang positions, okay? So let's avoid those injuries. Let's keep going, keep pushing harder. Hope this helps, guys. Give me a thumbs up, share it with somebody you know that maybe has this problem. Maybe you can help them out. If you guys have any questions, send me questions. I love answering you guys' questions. And remember to smash that like button, smash that follow button so you guys never miss an episode, and we'll see you guys next week.